Chapter 6 Dance's End. Rey was bound to a chair in a very bright room. An interrogator was screaming at her. Veritas deactivated the Vox so Vangarich couldn't hear what was being said. Vangarich and Veritas talked about the young-looking Eldar, how they don't really age unless they're very ancient. And even then, some of them don't do it at all. And how they are immortal. But Vangarich corrected him that they were not immortal. Viernad entered the room. Vangarich saw a pair of stormtroopers outside. They were not there when he and Veritas got into the room. Clearly this was protection against Veritas. The two Inquisitors exchanged remarks about assassination attempts and collaboration with the Xenos that apparently Viernad was guilty of before. Vangarich tried to make them stop, but they wouldn't do it. Veritas tried to apologize though, but Viernad told him there were other options besides an assassination attempt. You know, when it comes to his faults. They bicker about, and Vangarich asked if the glass is physically psychically warded, excuse me. Telling Veritas that the Eldar was looking at him, at Veritas, and laughing. Finally, they decide to speak with the prisoner. Veritas, Vangarich, and Viernad entered the room. The interrogator bowed and took his leave. The Eldar grew more defiant, maybe because it lacked the silver mask it usually had. They asked of her to tell them what the message for the Emperor was, because they were his will. She speaks how once the Emperor and Eldrad were associates. Oh, I guess that's putting it in a more friendly way, but they knew each other. But their paths have diverged. Rey also said that the Ork threat will pass, but the true enemy was close, and Veritas knew that. Both Inquisitors were right. Rey also spoke of a gift. The calm of the warp was done by Eldrad and his seers, so the fist could reach Terra in time. She said to not underestimate the threat of chaos, for it is never-ending. Rey spoke some more about her empire and their need for humanity to survive, because they once coexisted and they would like to take back their planets and their huge empire. Viernad and Veritas started to fight again, until Vangarich interrupted them to ask if this was really the time. Veritas said yes. They exchanged more threats, with Veritas willing to kill the Shadow Seer, while Viernad protested. But Vangarich stops them and appeals to their desire to defend humanity. How they are the only ones, them three, that get what this threat really is. Both Inquisitors are right in their assertion of the Xenos. In the end, both Viernad and Veritas agree to make peace, and the fact that Veritas will continue to be representative, while Viernad works from the fortress to help humanity. With that settled, they leave Rey forever.